Yeah, tell me about that.
Serafina.
Where was it again?
Serafina Studios.
It's in Eastbourne.
Eastbourne. It's like kind of near Brighton, like right down south,
Yeah.
on the coast.
Now, how do you find the recording process? Because it's such a difference from playing live, like it can be quite claustrophobic.
Nick was the easiest guy to work
Really?
with.
Yeah,
He
a
was
guy
so
called Nick
chill.
Kinnish. He was
Like,
cool.
He just dialed in our sound straight away. He understood what we wanted from it, and ended up working really closely with us. You know, got all our ideas down. He didn't try and change songs around or say, oh, this is going to sound better. It's just like, right, I'll record you as you are,
As
you
raw,
want to,
like,
as you want to sound live.
That's
Just
it.
so it's a true reflection of what people might actually hear when they come to a show.
That's it. We're really keen to have something which like just didn't
Captures
sound
intensity.
polished or
Yeah.
anything. You know, we were really raw, just kind of band, and we just wanted
True
to
to
have
yourselves.
That. Exactly. We just wanted to have that on record, so it just had that intensity.
Yeah, it's strange though.
You can
because
never get it, but
you can sometimes hear a band and then you go to listen to the CD and it's absolutely nothing like what you've
Yeah.
seen at the gig before,
That's
and
the
it kind of
last
takes
thing
away
we
from
want.
it.
equally, I think it's
Yeah.
really bad to have like a CD which is like super tight, super polished, like, you know, a shitload of work's gone into it, and then you go see them live and you're like, this is fucking weak. Like, this doesn't live up to the recording at all. And I think
Yeah.
it's like important to be just to have a like document a reflection of your band at that time. And I think that's what we've done like pretty consistently all the way through our recordings.
So what bands are you listening to at the moment? Who have you listened to? Say you got the ferry over, will you listen to anyone?
I slept
Very
all
good.
sleep. 8 hour.
On the floor.
8-hour
And
ferry
shit
tours.
booth. Yeah. I've been listening to a band called Native. They're fucking awesome. They're kind of like Minus the Bear meets like Battlesy, like maybe some Fugazi, Screamo-ish
Yeah.
influences as well. And they're awesome. Touche Amore as well.
Yeah,
the
that's
band from the States who are incredible.
Yeah, I checked it out on MySpace recently. And
Yeah.
Savage.
The last record was absolutely incredible. One of the best records I've heard in a long time. Joanne Newsom as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the new
Joanne
Yeah?
Newsom records.
Really?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
amazing.
incredible.
So
Great.
I love Joanne.
Yeah, that's probably my favourite record this year.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
couple.
definitely.
Ease was probably one of my
Perfect.
favourite records that came out within the last 10 years. And
I just wouldn't have associated that type of music
Oh,
with.
we listen to
That's-
lots.
yeah, that's-
Genuinely.
I
everything.
barely ever really listen to heavy music.
Yeah, in all
Really?
honesty.
Really not.
So what would you
I
listen to
guess.
then?
Cat Power.
Heavy wise, it'd probably be
Feist.
like Mastodon,
Mastodon.
Baroness.
Baroness. Amazing. Yeah, the Blue record was just.
Yeah, big records.
You're very quiet over there. What do you listen to?
Birdie, bit of Bach. Yeah. I do like classical music. But,
Do you?
yeah,
Who's your favourite classical composer?
no, that's a good one. I think Mozart's probably
Mozart,
one of the best. Yeah.
Fantasia, and
But
T
I
minor.
like a lot of 20th century stuff at the moment, like Philip Glass.
Yeah.
yeah, Max Richter as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Wright. Really interesting stuff. John Cage.
Yeah.
John Cage is just like, he's probably like, probably my most, I don't know, like musician I aspire to be the most, I think.
He's the guy
Such a
who
broad
likes to
spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just, he fucks everything. He doesn't give a fuck about
Big middle
anything.
finger.
He's literally a large middle finger towards everybody. He's just cool.
Eminem
He
style.
just does like what he wants, and he's most pure form of musician in my eyes since like the last 100 years.
It's such a broad, like, musical variety.
Yeah, I think
It's the best
I
one.
think that's you need to. If you listen to
Yeah.
one style of music, you'll just end up like falling into like
Gotta
the
get the bigger
confines of
picture
your
of
own
it.
genre.
Just
Just
make
like
any
the
new
whole thing.
ideas.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
be so stifled with like just repeating the same ideas. So listening to a lot of music, I think is like the most basic of things. Always like,
So, any plans for the summer? Or the
We're
next?
touring with a band called Lavochkin, doing the UK tour. I think it's just over 14 days, 22 weeks.
June, July.
But I've never seen that band live, but I've heard so many good
Yeah.
things. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
met
them.
a few of the guys the other day and they all really sound so. I think it'll be a
Looking
good
forward
tour.
to it.
Yeah.
That's all UK, is it?
Yeah.
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 But I think it's just writing. So it's-
Yeah, we're going to start writing for the new record to be recorded in November. So we've got quite a lot of work to do for that. So we want to sort of step it up and just make it different from the last thing we've been.
Any
Push ourselves.
surprises to be expected?
Shit.
We haven't written it yet. So
I think
we
we're
haven't
intending.
written it.
I'm at least intending.
Yeah.
Like on a personal level, like
Big little finger.
I don't know, I don't think people are going to be surprised. I think if people understand the band and understand the progression and
Yeah.
understand
Okay.
where we're going to go and what's going
Yeah.
to happen.
I think people who I think genuinely get us.
The best thing about, I think, being this road, well, for me, is we spend a lot of time together, like we tour a lot, so we'll listen to the same music in the van, we'll talk a lot about the same music, so we're on the same wavelength, so I feel when we come to write the album, it's just going to be so natural, everyone's just going to be into all the ideas.
It'd be cool recording with Tom as well,
Yeah.
because it's the first time.
It'll be the first recording we've done with Tom, our drummer.
Oh, okay.
Tom saved our lives pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, the first tour we did in January, the drummer we were gonna have left like
14 hours before.
14 hours before the ferry was leaving.
For like a 2-week tour in Europe.
2 weeks tour.
Like,
Every first time we were gonna go
first
over.
tour
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah, we just texted. He texted us like, can't do it. Just couldn't handle it.
Oh,
He
lovely.
Freaked out too much.
I think he basically, like, the gist of it was that he had like a bit of a nervous breakdown and he was just completely worried about doing any shows, and we're like, you know, dude, it's going to be cool, like, just relax and like, it'll be fine, like, we'll have
Like we asked
through
him
it.
if there was any money problems or anything, like if it's scary, but
Yeah, and he just was just like, no, I can't do it. So we're like, okay.
What do we do?
We got in touch with a band called Crocus, who we were doing the tour with. They're from Cornwall, and Tom, their friend.
Yeah, I can't.
Sorry.
It's cool. It's cool. Hello. You were in.
Yeah,
You're right. So anyway, we called up them, and they were like, Tom is like going to do it basically. Tom lived in Brighton and just went down to a.
Had to drive from Brighton to Dover in like deep snow.
Fair
Oh, God,
play
it was
to
a
you.
low
January.
I don't know what it was like here, but January for
Pretty
us was
bad.
like so
Pretty
much
bad.
like.
It was we more or less the same scale as Britain, I'd say. It was like
Yeah.
We were in the Czech
Snow.
Republic and it was like 2 inches of ice. And
Minus
snow.
50.
serious.
And
Minus
we
50.
had to carry a shovel with us
Yeah.
for the whole time.
the bleakest like
Yeah.
10 days of my
I
life.
had like 4 socks on and my feet was constantly.
We were in the van in
Shaking.
all our clothes
Like
and in sleeping bags.
I had a hot water bottle, I was still
Yeah.
Did you
freezing.
sleep in the van over there?
One night we did
Yeah,
one night. Right, okay, and the reason we slept in the van is because the place we went back to,
It was hell.
piss and shit on the floor. And we were like,
They tidied it up with just some toilet roll, just
Much
white
yeah,
down.
and we were just like,
Brilliant.
I was like, I'm not a snob, but like, the bare minimum for like sleeping is just like no shit and like feces on the
Oh,
floor.
so Tom, was this your welcome?
Yeah,
Like,
I stayed straight in the deep
I
end.
stayed there as well.
Welcome to hell.
I stayed back to the van.
I stayed in the house. It
It was
was
Yeah.
horrible.
It was in a different room. So
These guys
okay.
stayed back with the guys whose house it was. Just they were watching them do Speed all night. Is it? Is that
just
what
sat
they
there
were
watching. We were drinking.
Watching the Matrix.
The other amazing thing about it was they had a record collection of like 300 records,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
12 inches. And I was looking through them, and it was just bands I didn't know whatsoever. It's like entering a different world.
Yeah,
It's like an Aliens record collection. It's like, what the fuck is this? There's like Wolf Brigade record that I knew, and there was like the Subhumans or something.
Yeah.
That's like
They
2
were-
records out.
They were like
fucked up.
self-proclaimed like crust punks and stuff, and like they didn't have a shower in the house. They were just like completely like just
True to the cause. Hippie
apparently,
style,
but like they were vegan and stuff,
Yeah.
and like their dog hadn't been let out all day, and that's why the reason there was piss and shit on the floor. I mean, like
when we went
how
out,
is that
she
vegan?
was
How is
just
that
like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
there might be a
Yeah.
mess because we've been out partying all day and I
Yeah.
let the dog out. So it's
Like,
like,
dude,
you're a
it's
vegan,
like-
animal rights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other amazing thing is that
Yeah.
totally anti-capitalist. They had a shrine of Jack Daniels on the wall.
They even had like the bits of wood.
Yeah, they had the
bark
bark, like a bag of bark, Jack Daniels
out of
branded
the barrel. It was
bark.
like a whole shrine.
And also
But,
just to top off the whole vegan aspect was some Jack Daniels fudge.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Fucking idiots.
but they were just like, oh, we don't eat it, so it's cool. I was like,
they were just
you're still
one
buying
huge
into an industry. They,
contradiction in the end.
they were basically like the biggest hypocrites we've ever met, and they were forcing this band down as called Slime, who are just the worst.
Worst band.
Just the worst.
I still haven't
thing.
heard slime.
That's so
Oh,
slime aren't watching Flipper TV, so
The girl was like, you've not heard Slime, you've
You're
not heard Slime.
terrible.
You know that it's like
They're a legendary band, it's like,
If they see this, they're gonna
hate
hate it.
Yeah.
Give us a place.
This one goes out to Slime.
To Slime.
To be fair, like,
Liaison.
yeah, we're always really appreciative when people give us a place to stay. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
just part and parcel of touring, and
Yeah.
it's great that people are willing to hook us up and stuff. But like, seriously,
It's
if you've got like shit and piss on the floor, just don't bother. Like,
Yeah, we'd rather just
I'd rather not.
Are you actually like hinting at Flipper TV that you're stuck for a place to stay in Limerick, is it?
No, we've got no, don't worry, we've got like a 24-hour drive.
Are
Yeah.
you hinting at the Limerick public?
Hook us
If
up
your
with
flat's not full of shit, then just
that. Literally.
I think, do you want to plug yourselves?
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
If you want to listen, listen. If you don't, just stay the fuck.
Where can we listen? MySpace, is it?
Yeah.
Huh?
MySpace?
Yeah. Well, that's
Find
good.
our CDs online
Yeah.
and download
If you
it.
can-
yeah,
Yes.
Media Fire, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, just find
Media
like.
Fire Throats,
Just type
self-titled
in
EP,
Google,
Media
Blogspot.
Fire. You've got it.
.ra.
Free
Or
records.
Download
Spotify.
us.
Yeah, everything's on Spotify. Like
Yeah,
the
stuff's on
whole back
Spotify
catalogue,
now.
so
Yeah.
just do that.
So just download our stuff and just come shows and have fun.
Awesome, lads. Trots, you've been a pleasure to talk to. I
you.
actually really enjoyed
Good
it.
stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks a
It's
million.
been an honour.